Question 43 for Linear Relations EQAO practice questions for grade 9 applied, and it's entitled Rickshaw Rides. Ben and Amy visit an island amusement park during a vacation. There are no motor vehicles on the island, so they rent a rickshaw to tour around for the day. The total cost is made up of a fixed fee and a cost per hour. The table below shows information about the total cost. So they tell you for 1 hour renting it's $30, for 3 hours it's $50, for 6 hours it's $80. And we're asked to graph the table graph the data in the table on the grid below. So this is cost in dollars, and this would be the number of hours rented here, the time. So 1 hour is $30. So let's move up there a little bit. So 1 hour would be $30. So there we'll put a point right there. 3 hours is $50. So if we go over to 3 hours, we go up to $50. So we'll put a dot there. And 6 hours is $80. So if we go over to 6 hours, up to 80, so that's $80 there. And I drew a line between them. So that's what the graph would look like. And we're also asked to write an equation that relates the total cost of renting the rickshaw, C represents the total cost, to the time renting it. So T is the number of hours, the time. So the fixed cost would be the $20. So that's the initial cost or the fixed cost. That's where the graph starts here for a time of 0 hours. Now nobody's going to actually rent it for 0 hours, but that's the initial starting cost where it intersects the cost axis here. Now to find the rate of change, which is how much they're paying per hour, I joined the 1 hour dot to the 3 hour dot. So this is $30, this is $50, so that's an increase of 20. So that's the rise. And from 1 hour to 3 hours would be 2 hours. So the rise is 20, the run is 2 hours. So remember, rate or rate of change is rise divided by run. So we would divide the $20 by the 2 hours, and they're being charged $10 per hour. So the initial cost is 20. Now if we take a look at those costs, and so the equation is C equals 10t plus 20. See, t represents the number of hours, the time in hours. So for example, if I want to know the cost for 1 hour, it's 10 times the 1 hour plus the fixed cost of 20. So there's the $30. If I want to know the cost, for example, of 3 hours, I would multiply the $10 per hour by 3 hours and then add in the fixed cost of 20. If I want to know the cost for 6 hours, I would go 10 times 6 hours and add in the $20, and there's the 80. And if you compare that to the table above, bring that back up, so there's the $50, $30, $50, $80 for the 1, 3, and 6 hours. So that's the form the equation is taking. Scroll back down here a bit. So it's 10 times the time in hours plus 20. So that's why the formula would be C, the equation. C equals 10 times the time plus 20. This is the rate. That's the fixed value.